Hey, what's up, guys? I've had a lot of people asking me to do an update video, so I figured I would throw it out there for you. It is November 19th, and I'm a little over 7 months on T. There have been a lot of changes. Clearly my voice is the biggest one. It's amazing. I love it. I receive compliments on it all the time. I'm hairy. I'm extremely hairy. My stomach, my back, my legs. I've got a little bit coming in right here on my face, a little bit down here. You can't see it, but you can take my word for it that it's there. My moods have been back and forth. My anxiety's been a little crazy lately, but for the most part, I'm hanging in there. Everything is constantly changing all the time. There's a lot more changes to come. I'm just trying to be patient with it. I mean, that's really about it for the tea. I went to the doctor a few weeks ago, and she changed me from 0.5 mLs every Wednesday to 1 ml every other Wednesday. So that's cool. I don't do my shot nearly as much, which is awesome because I fucking hate needles. I'm looking into a surgeon for top surgery in Richmond. I'm hoping to have everything set up to have it done by the end of March or beginning of April. That would be ideal. Who really knows? I guess we'll play it by ear and find out. But I'm super stoked about that. I can't wait. That would definitely be the icing on the cake for me. And complete freedom for me. So that would be really great. I'm working on my name change paperwork right now. Trying to get that taken care of so we can get all of that squared away. That's probably the next step. That's really about it. It's about it for, changes and all of that. I do have a few things that I would like to speak on, though, given a few incidences that have happened to me in the last week. I was walking out of the grocery store the other day, and a man in his probably late 20s, early 30s, so not much older than me, walked past me and decided to call me a fucking tranny. And at first, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. It really caught me off guard and just made me take a step back. I proceeded to say what I needed to say, which was, I am who I am. Have a nice day. And I walked away. But I was by myself. It was 8 o'clock at night, so it was dark. And it was very scary because anything could have happened that could have escalated that into a physical altercation where I could have potentially been incredibly injured or even worse, killed. And unfortunately, it's very real, and it's a reality that we have to live with every day, and we have to watch out for every day. We don't get to walk around the streets and, feel safe or, drop our head for a second. We constantly have to be looking over our shoulder and, seeing who's around us at all times. We can't go to the bathroom in peace. We can't walk down the street in peace. I can't even go to the fucking grocery store in peace. And it's awful. And unfortunately, I feel as if it's only going to get worse before it gets any better. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I come from a very small town, but I come from a town where mostly everybody knows who I am. I've grown up here my whole life. And it's a very small mountain country town. I mean, but for the most part, the people here are pretty decent. I don't really get a lot of shit. Actually, I never get any shit. That's the first time that anything like that has ever happened to me. um, but something has to change. Something has got to change. I have a little girl who is 4 years old, and the thought of my daughter ever walking past somebody that she didn't know and using such a vulgar, derogatory term to intentionally hurt them makes me sick. I don't know who raised you. I don't know how you were raised. I don't know what kind of lifestyle you grew up in. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot easier to just keep your mouth shut and walk away. It's a lot easier to be nice. It takes a lot more effort to hate something just because you can't understand it. If you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't like the life that I choose to live, that's fine. But I'm still a human being. And I still deserve respect. With that being said, I feel like as a community, we all need to work together to do better. And, you know, we're not all perfect either. Just because you're part of the LGBT community doesn't mean that, you know, you are some faultless individual. We all do our own judging in our own ways, and everybody just needs to work together to do better, to make this a better and safer place for all of us. Because we are in danger, and it's scary, and it's awful, and it's not something that any of us want to have to live with. You know, all I want to do is live my life and be happy and be who I am without hating myself every minute of every day. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's rough. It's rough. I don't know. I think that's about it. I don't think there's really anything else that, you know, I need to talk about. Actually, somebody asked me about my shots, if they hurt, how costly they were, things like that. They didn't hurt at first, but after injecting into the same muscle so many times, I switch legs every week, so I don't do the same leg every time. I switch back and forth, but it still gets pretty painful at times. My girlfriend is actually going to nursing school, so we switched injection spots on my leg, moved it from the top of my thigh to the side of my thigh. It's not nearly as painful an injection, but it is definitely more painful afterwards. So that's something that I'm trying to battle back and forth with to find the most comfortable injection site for me. But it's not too bad. It's something, you know, it's definitely feels like a shot. That's about it. So cost-wise, I get a vial of tea every 3 months with a 90-day supply of needles. And it usually costs me about $85. So $85 every 3 months. It's not too bad. My insurance pays for, you know, all of my appointments and things like that. But as far as like the tea and the needles and stuff, I usually end up paying about $80 every 3 months. So I mean, it's not too expensive. It's still money, you know what I mean, but it's not nearly as bad. I've also had a lot of people ask me about my doctor. I go to the Whitman Walker Health Clinic, or I don't really know. Whitman Walker in Washington, D.C. That's where I go, and they're amazing. They're absolutely incredible. I couldn't ask for a better doctor. She's wonderful. So anybody who is trans in Virginia, D.C., Maryland, anybody in the DMV area, if you are having trouble finding a doctor or a therapist, or, you know, somebody to get your transition started, Whitman Walker is amazing. They're always accepting new patients, and they're really great, and they are there for you. to help you through your transition and get you through your transition as quickly as possible so you don't have to keep suffering. So yeah, they're always an option. They're always available. If anybody ever has any questions for me, you can feel free to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. I will be glad to answer anybody's questions that they have. But I think that's about it. We're at about 10 minutes right now, and I'm really tired of hearing myself talk. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And thank you guys for all of your support and for always having my back. I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all later.